Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion and the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Over there, you'll find a description of the day's astrology as I've spelled it out here. Here, I will discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page, and then I'll play another card that, in the context of today's astrology, may give us something more to think about. So let's get into it. The card that currently sits on the side of the page is the Four of Pentacles, and it's here because it corresponds in astrology with the last 10 days or the third decan of the sun's transit here in the land of Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign, and pentacles in tarot are earth element symbolism. And earth element symbolism has to do with those physical resources you possess, including your body, including the things that you have, and also including your finances, your money, and what you're willing to do with them to create a sense of security and support and abundance in your life. So we come to the Four of Pentacles, or the Four of Coins, and we see a person who's got a kind of conservative attitude, you could say, right? Clearly, you know, he's got his mind on his money and his money on his mind, right? He's holding on to that coin. He's holding it down with his feet. You know, he's got some nice clothes on, and it's funny to me that he's wearing a crown because he is not a king, but he's seated himself as though he has. So he feels like, you know, having earned all of this resource, it sort of makes him feel secure and perhaps sort of on top of the world, right? Large and in charge. So, you know, with this card comes conversation about being conservative with our physical resources, whether that be, you know, the materials that we have in our life, the money that we have earned, or, you know, even money that we didn't earn but that we have, and also, you know, our bodies are our physical resource. The bodies of our family are a physical resource for us too. It also speaks of security, like there is a certain secure feeling that comes with being able to sort of protect what it is that you have accumulated. And of course, you know, the word frugal comes up. You know, we want to be mindful of how we spend our resources so that, you know, we always feel like we have something held back. In case, you know, just in cases, in case there's something that we need that we didn't foresee needing. So, you know, again, there's a great sense of security that comes, you know, if you have an accumulation of wealth or some sort of other accumulation of sort of material riches. It's natural to want to protect what you have. You know, it helps you feel like you're stable and like you can face almost anything that comes up. But, you know, we have to remember that there's being conservative and then there's being stingy. If you know, have enough of what you need and then some, you know, even if you have enough of what you need sort of set back in case of emergency, and then you have extra as well. If somebody, you know, in your family, in your life, or if, you know, something calls on you to lend a hand, or to you know, physically lend a hand, or to physically like lend some money or some materials to the matter, you know, don't be stingy. Share what you have, okay? Because, you know, the ultimate expression of material success, of physical fulfillment in life, you know, is not the Four of Coins. It's the Ten of Coins. And the Ten of Coins points to the importance of our relationships, you know, what it is that we show, not just in terms of dedication to ourselves and our ability to, you know, gather riches to us and, you know, dress well, but also, you know, what we show in terms of dedication to our loved ones, to, you know, to the people who lend us their support in life. Okay, so invest in your relationships. Don't just invest in yourself. Definitely invest in yourself, and definitely be a little conservative, be a little frugal. At this time, it's absolutely called for. Save back what you can, but also when called on to be of assistance, if you can do it, please do it, okay? And with that comes the Six of Pentacles saying, yes, absolutely, you can do it, right? So the Six of Pentacles, again, an earth element symbolism, all about those resources that we have and what we're willing to do with them. This is a person who's come to the point past the Four of Pentacles through the Five of Pentacles, which is this sort of time of need or going without, or, you know, sort of walking away perhaps from this way of being because it wasn't working for us, right? And we find, you know, again, an accumulation of wealth and physical resources or physical wellness that, or just physical wholeness, such that we can, you know, still dress very nicely, right? Still show up looking very good and sort of, you know, royal in ourselves, but also, you know, come bearing gifts. We have enough to share, and we definitely want to share. We definitely want to invest in our relationships, especially with people, you know, who we would like to see, you know, who sort of look to us as an example and who we would like to see them gain some success too. Okay, so, you know, having had some success, having gotten some sort of wealth under your belt, it's a good time to remember that your influence can lift other people up as well. Six of Pentacles, that's beautiful. The word generosity is written all over that, right? This is the person who shows up at the party looking very good, and they brought presents for everybody as well, right? And, you know, the way this person is standing, in the regular Six of Pentacles, like in the regular Rider-Waite, this person would have a scale, like a Libra sort of scales. And you see that the way this person is standing is a little bit like the scales, right? So there's this idea that once you get more than enough for yourself, it's important to balance, you know, balance having what you need for yourself with also a desire to connect with other people by giving to them, by sharing your resources with them so that you can be part of the uplift of others. Okay, so where do we see this on the page? Being generous. Well, you know, of course, I'm going to look to Saturn. Saturn is our earth element sign. Saturn is the ruler of both Capricorn and Aquarius. And Saturn is very serious-minded. It's very much about doing what's tried and true. Like Capricorn, it wants to do the cost-benefit analysis before we take action, and then when we take a specific action, we expect to get a specific reward for it, right? You know, push the button, get the cheese, right? And you know, the effort, you know, the action itself has become easier for us lately, and is going to continue to become a lot easier for us as Mars has come out of retrograde and is now rolling forward. You know, I see Mercury in this quincunx position with Mars, as Mercury is retrograde and about to go direct again too. So there's an adjustment being made here between, you know, the planning that we have been doing, and, you know, we had like extra time to plan during the Capricorn season, because Capricorn is really about taking initiative, making efforts toward the goals that we would like to achieve. But, you know, with Mars retrograde, it was difficult for a lot of us to actually take much action, right? There was a lot of waiting, a lot of holding things up. So we had a lot of time to plan and think about it. And with Mercury retrograde, you know, the planning might have been a little bit scattered and a little bit hard to get to as well. But now Mars is going direct, Mercury is about to go direct. The plans that we are laying now are sure to be starting to roll forward very soon, okay? If you don't feel that initiative and momentum now, you're going to feel it very soon, especially by the beginning of March. But, you know, also we have Imbolc coming up. It's midwinter. We're halfway from the winter solstice. We're almost halfway from the winter solstice to spring. So, you know, it's a time to celebrate and to feel that initiative coming in, sort of like the sap rising in the trees, right? So that, you know, so that when we're ready to move, we can move. Now, what that has to do with the Six of Pentacles, I can't necessarily say to you right now, but I do see other things going on here, like this. The moon is trine to Saturn today, so this is a good vibe for taking care of business, especially at home. We can sort of take things seriously and give them our attention. And it's going to go really well for us. And here's where the Six of Pentacles comes in, because Saturn is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is a very humanitarian vibe, okay? So Saturn rules Capricorn. This is more like Capricorn over here. Like, I'm going to do the work and I'm going to gather the resources to myself so I can make sure that I am secure. Aquarius, on the other hand, is a little more outgoing. It's very big picture oriented. It's scientific, and it wants to be sort of the rising tide that lifts all boats. Okay, so it's about establishing security, but in a way that it benefits more people, right? So hopefully the things that we have planned right now, the things that we're beginning to take action on, to start our year, to roll into 2023 with a positive attitude and a desire to take care of some business, right? Hopefully we're going to find that those things are not just to our benefit alone, but they're to our benefit in such a way that we will be able to share the benefit with others. And because, listen, look into the future. The future is Aquarian, and and so it's really going to have to be about structures and institutions and habits and ways of being that not only benefit ourselves but benefit others. And definitely, we will not be relying on any sort of ways of being very long that only benefit ourselves, especially if they strip support away from others, okay? It's got to be all for one and one for all here. And to put together with the Four of Pentacles, I mean, that's a pretty clear trajectory, right? There is a time to save your money and there is a time to spend it, okay? So if you're at a point right now where perhaps you've been in this sort of Capricorn planning holding pattern with these retrogrades, right? And, you've been stacking up your resources because you have a specific plan that you want to move forward on and you just haven't been able to, then it's good to be just sitting here on your stuff, getting ready to use it. Don't feel like you have to give it away if you actually have a plan for it and you know what you're going to do with it, because eventually, whatever it is that you do with it, it's going to be big enough for you to be able to share with others. And that's kind of the point, right? So for now, you can be frugal, you can save your stuff back, you can be conservative, you can be protective of what it is that you're earning, you can have your little stashes of money here and there, that's what I have. I have a cash stash that I put my extra money away in. And then, when things get rolling again, when Mercury comes out of retrograde, especially after the Sun and Pluto are moving into Aquarius, that's going to be a really powerful vibe for us in Aquarius that we're going to be feeling for a long time. So, we're going to become more generous, and it's going to become sort of an automatic part of the plans that we make and the efforts that we're making in the world. So, look forward to that, save your pennies now if you need to, and look forward to being able to share with others the abundance you have found in the near future. And I believe that's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your presence here. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.